Hello, welcome back to the AMA with me, Alex Horne, from the Horne Section. Our TV show, the Horne Section TV show, starts imminently. More questions then. Thank you for all these. Lady of Crunch, when is the Horne Section tasteful nude calendar going to be available? Yeah, we did do a calendar in Series 1. I think we've forgotten about it. We'll look into that. Proper preparation 0. At the end of Less is More, did you hit the gong? Great question. Again, about the show we did on Dave. The very end of it, I'm really proud of. I hit a gong, but we freeze frame on it and there's sad music playing. We did hit the gong. And it was lovely in the Palladium where we filmed it. Reviewed by Jay asks, I'm going to just get to the question. Were there any unexpected challenges while filming the new series of the Horne Section TV show? Unexpected challenges. I'm sure there were. Because in the first one I had to perform a song backwards and sing the words backwards and move backwards. That was a challenge. In this one, the biggest challenge. There's some ambitious stuff. I guess it was putting on there's a full music video in a beautiful venue at the end of episode 1 where the band have to do a song and dance number, and some of that's filmed in slow motion. No, it's filmed in double motion, then they slow it down, something like that. Anyway, the band had to perform with 2 dancers and learn a dance. Oh, and actually the very end, there's another, I don't want to spoil the ending, but there's a big dance somewhere in the series which we all had to learn, a very complicated dance. That was the biggest challenge. Dancing. Weenie Dancer, great name, asks, lots of things. Can you let us in on any bits, scenes, moments in S2, Series 2, that you especially liked or that were a band fave that we can look forward to? I'll do that first of all. Reggie Watts from America, whenever he's playing music live and singing live and improving, was our most favourite bits. They were really fun. There's a bit in a tent which I really enjoyed. The most apt comparison I've seen is The Muppet Show, complimentary. I agree. Do you have specific influences for the Horne Section TV show? I'd say the Blues Brothers. That's what I always point to because Ben, Joe and I from the band watched that when we were little boys. I think we probably watched it when we were 12, 13, 14, over and over and over again. So I guess that's seeped in, that and Father Ted. The band members are all very funny. People stop saying that. Is there a chance of another streamed live show? Oh, yes, but we are also trying to film our tour show at some point and we'll put that out. So that would be the equivalent of that, which would be probably easier than the streamed live show, which there's lots of problems with streams show, but I know it's very good for people who can't make it to shows. So yes, I'll look into that. Thank you for answering the questions. Thank you for asking the questions. Okay, Ostap, and then the rest of that name says, have you thought of franchising opportunities for the Horne Section similar to Taskmaster? Maybe Tim Key could get some mileage with a Keys section. Franchising the Horne Section? I don't think that's going to work. Tim Key is the least rhythmical person we've ever had on the show. No, we haven't thought of franchising it, but we have thought of doing it like a super comedy band Live Aid type festival for charity, which I think would be amazing if you had us and Minchin and the Concords, some of whom appear in the show, and Reggie and people like that. So not a franchise, but a one-off huge comedy music gig would be fun. Dr. Kate says, when you performed at the Horne Section, did the group get to meet Prince Harry after? How did he react to My Nan, Your Nan? Yes, look up the song we did with Greg, which Greg wrote. It's brilliant. At the Royal Variety. I met Prince Harry and Meghan. The band were in the pub at that point. Amarillo Adventures says, I know you from Taskmaster. What's the Horne Section about, little Alex Horne? It came first. It came before Taskmaster, but actually was born the same year as Taskmaster and my first son. It's me in control of 5 musicians. They're not funny, I'm not musical. That's the idea. It used to be a live show, but now we've done a couple of telly bits and bobs. You should watch it, Amarillo Adventures. Kiranya says, do you have a memorable behind-the-scenes moment with any of the comics? Nothing springs to mind, but there's a lot of most of our life is behind the scenes, I suppose. I guess if you're talking about the Horne Section TV show, the most memorable bit was we had lunch. We filmed in this beautiful place where Imogen Heap lives in Essex, and she's got a wonderful house and a wonderful garden looking over fields. So at lunchtime we would just sit on picnic tables and have lunch and chat, and that was the most memorable bit. N4BFR says, Alex, who thought of making John Oliver that needy? I think, let's say it was me, but we did talk to John well, I did talk to John about the character, and he loved playing the underdog in it. And I suppose it's punching up slightly, but it's not really punching, but funny having his character, who is hugely successful in America, being desperate to be in our less successful show in England. So, yeah, it was a probably joint, but I reckon I should get the credit for that. Okay, we're now going to do the quickfire question round, so I'm not going to include your names here. I'm so sorry, but thank you again for all the questions. Sorry if I didn't get to yours. I've said this before, but we must do this again. Okay, quickfire. If you could play any venue or city in the world on tour with the Horne Section, where would you most like to play? Tim Key and I went to Raffles in Singapore in 2005. I'd like to go back there. Basically, I like to travel the world, and somewhere exotic would be nice. Can we have the Horne Section, and I like to have an audience of new people. Anyway, Singapore, please. Can we have the Horne Section play at the Meadow every Horne game? I've read home as Horne. Can we have the Horne Section play at the Meadow every home game? I would love that. The Meadow is where Cheshire United play, greatest football team in the world. The sound quality there is not yet ready, but we would one day like to do our first stadium gig at the Meadow. That's the plan. If you could work with any musician or comedian, living or dead, for a Horne Section show, who would it be and why? I guess Victoria Wood was very special to a lot of people, including me. That would be amazing. Bill Bailey, we've never actually done a show with, so that would be magnificent. Led Zepp, I went to school with Jimmy Page's son. If you were to name an ice cream after the Horne Section, what would it be? I suggest Hornetto. My nickname at school was Hornetto from the Latin teacher. That says a lot about me. No, we're going to have Hornetto. Sorry, there must be a better answer than that. It's something to do with a flake and a 99 problems flake. Okay. Would the Horne Section do Eurovision if you were asked? If so, which of your original songs would you pick? I would love to do Eurovision. I don't think my family or manager would think it was a good idea, but it would be funny, wouldn't it? I think we'd probably do Sellotape, the political song. When on tour with the Horne Section, what has been your most memorable encounter? That's a good question. Encounter sounds quite foreboding. I would say we went to a restaurant once and they only served meat. Does the Horne Section have any band rivals? Yeah, in Series 1, the Horne Selection are our rivals. They don't come back because I'm in control of it. In reality, do we have any band rivals? I think we've managed to corner the market in being the only 6-piece musical band because financially it doesn't make any sense. So no, we are alone in that front. We have no rivals, which is a happy but not healthy place to be. A central storyline for the first season is getting a show like this on the air. How difficult was it to actually get the show on air? Good question. I think Taskmaster helped, if I'm completely honest. We did a pilot, which was, the whole point of pilots is they're not as good as the real thing, so we learnt a lot from that. Yeah, I guess it was very difficult getting on air. It's very difficult to get any TV show on air because you have to go through so many hurdles of becoming a comedian, first of all, and then getting to a certain level where people trust you. And there are so many good things pitched, so it was very difficult. In the show, it was an accidental commission. It's not far off the truth. What has been your favourite Horndle so far? So Horndle is a thing we did like Wordle, which we will bring back because people seem to like it. I'd liked doing Saturday Sausages, where I replaced every other word with the word sausage in songs. That was always fun. What's the weirdest birthday gift you've ever received? My mum gave me speech therapy lessons when I was 24. Give us your ranking of marrow fat, mushy, garden, sugar snap and chick. So it's a peas question. Never had marrow fat, don't like mushy, like garden peas, sugar snap quite like, chick don't like. Let's go garden, sugar snap, chick, mushy, marrow fat. I'm coming to see you in the Horne Section in June. Is there anything I should know before I come? No. And follow up, anything you'd like me to bring? No. You don't need to bring stuff. We used to ask people to bring potatoes. Oh no, we didn't. We used to provide potatoes and you had to hold the potatoes up during the song. But we thought that's a bit of food waste unless everyone guaranteed to eat the potatoes. So no, you don't need to bring anything. You don't need to know anything. Sit at the front if you like being involved or not. Just bring a great attitude. When does Series 2 start and where can I watch it? The 22nd of May at 10 p.m. after Taskmaster. It's a double bill. Double bill every week for the first 3 weeks, but it's also available to download. It's going to all drop on the 22nd. Please watch it. Please tell everyone to watch it. We'll only get to do it again if everyone watches it. Channel 4, more 4, hopefully YouTube in the future. Goodbye. Thank you for all your questions. The Horne Section TV show. Goodbye.